हमें पता था कि काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट सेकेंड इनिंग्स होने वाला है हमारे बैटिंग ग्रुप के लिए, क्योंकि हम 100 रन पीछे थे फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में। तो हमारे बैटर्स के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट था कि ठीक तरीके से बैटिंग करना है और लंबे लंबे पार्टनरशिप्स बनाने। तो आई थिंक हमारे सारे बैटर्स ने वो किया, इंक्लूडिंग द ओपनिंग पार्टनरशिप। केएल ने भी काफ़ी अच्छा बैटिंग किया, और उसके बाद पुजारा है, वो बड़े अच्छे फॉर्म में लग रहे थे शुरू शुरू से। उन्होंने काफ़ी अच्छे अच्छे शॉट्स खेले और लंबी पार्टनरशिप्स बनाई। तो हमारे लिए एज अ बैटिंग यूनिट ये एक अच्छा दिन रहा है। अभी हमें पता है कि अभी भी गेम किसी की तरफ नहीं है, अच्छे बैलेंस में है। हम 170 रन आगे है अभी, एंड हमें ये भी पता है कि हम ज़्यादा लाइटली ले नहीं सकते, क्योंकि नया बॉल है अभी भी उनके पास। तो हमें अच्छे तरीके से बैटिंग करना होगा। कल का दिन भी हमारे लिए काफ़ी क्रूशियल है। Yeah, you could say so. In the hindsight, I in the back of my mind, I knew this was the last chance for me as well, trying another position in the batting order. When the offer came to me to open the batting, I was very much aware of it, because it was the talks were happening within the management about me opening the innings at some stage. So mentally, I was prepared for it. Mentally, I wanted to take that challenge and see how I can do well up the order. And I know, I battled in the middle order before, and the things didn't turn out the way I wanted to. But I knew this is going to be my last opportunity, trying whatever the management is thinking, whatever I want to try. But I think you know when you're playing a sport, you always have to take those chances. You always have to take those risks. So I would say that I was very much ready for it. It didn't come to me as a surprise. I was ready for it, and yeah, you can say that it was going to be my last opportunity. If I wouldn't have succeeded, anything could have happened. Definitely, it's not just you come here and get 100. It's never been like that. For I'm sure any of the batters, if you ask, they'll say the same thing. It's a process and it takes time. We need to understand that when you're playing overseas, it's never easy, and everything has a process. And I think uh, when I started opening, I knew that all those big scores are not just going to happen. There will be a process which I need to follow, keep ticking the small boxes, and that's something I did. When I started opening the batting, there were little adjustments that I had to make, and I was happy to do that. Um, when you play cricket all over the year, and you play so much cricket, those little adjustments you should be able to make it, based on the situation, based on the conditions that you're going to face, and the position of the batting as well. Like you can't just come and play shots, and especially when you're opening in place like England, you just need to understand certain situation of the game, certain type of bowlers who are bowling at you. And I think, considering everything together, there were little adjustments that I had to make, and I was happy to do it. It's a good process. It's a very enjoyable process, and most importantly, I trusted whatever I was doing, and I knew the results will come, the rewards will happen, but it might take time. It's just that you need to be patient. I was very patient. I hope everyone else were patient as well. Getting an 100, whether it's overseas or your home, it's always a good feeling. That's what all the batters strive for, getting those big runs and making sure that you always try and put the team in good positions. Uh, Speaking of overseas 100, it was never in my mind. What I was focusing on was, like I said before, the process. I was trying to follow the process. I know, the runs will come if I follow the process. If I believe whatever I'm doing during my practice sessions, during my nets, and those things put together, I know results will come. You will be rewarded. It's just that you need to be, at times you need to be patient, and I think I've been very patient with that. And yeah, I was trusting whatever I was doing all this while, and I was happy doing all of those things. Sometimes, things might not come easy. You need to put in those hard yards, and I was happy to do that. And yeah, I'm pretty happy today the way things turned out, not just for me, but the whole group today. We are in a good position, but we do understand that the game is not over until it's over. So we need to put in the same sort of effort that we put in today, early morning tomorrow as well, and hopefully, guys can put their heads down and get the game towards us. The most important thing, the most pleasing thing, that I was able to play 250 balls. If you look at all the test matches that we played, I've nearly played 100 balls in every game, in every match, in every innings rather. So that to me was a goal. The first up goal was for me to play balls, try and see how I can stay on the pitch for as long as possible, because we do know things starts to get little easier when you spend time in the middle, and when you see the bowlers what they're doing, get the hang of it, and get the feel of the entire situation. And I think spending time on the crease, spending time in the middle was the biggest takeaway from me in the last 4 games that I've played. Technically, I mean, the test match for me is over because I've batted. We just have to go and field now. So the 4 innings, the 4 test matches that I batted, the biggest takeaway for me was spending time in the middle. Runs, I was not thinking about scoring runs and all of that. To me, it was just about spending time, making sure that I bat as long as possible. Runs will come. We know that when you bat for such a long period, you know the situation of the game. You know the bowlers, what they're doing, what they're trying to bowl, and all of that. So to me, it was spending time in the middle. Yes, it holds a lot of value. You're playing in testing conditions, and against quality bowling lineup. So obviously, when you do well against that, you always feel good about it. For me, it was always like that. I knew when I came here for the World Test Championship, I know I have to put in the best effort with the bat, however I can, and whatever it takes. I don't mind looking ugly at times, whatever I do on the field with the bat. But as long as I get the job done for the team, that is what to me is very, very crucial and important. And to say that in 2019 that was my last chance, that was my feeling. I don't know about the others and the team management, because team management clearly told me you'll have a long run when you open the innings. But for me, I wanted to think in a way where this is it. I have to make good use of this opportunity, and for that, whatever it takes, I have to do it. One day cricket, test cricket, there's massive difference between the two. So you need to bring a lot of stuff into your game, into your batsmanship. Most importantly, discipline, and that is something that I focused a lot on off the field. When you're not playing a game, when you're in the nets, discipline is something that I wanted to bring into my batting. Whether it's about leaving the ball, solid tight defense, and all of those things. So when you play in these conditions, a lot of things matters, and all those things were added when I started preparing myself for this tour. And I obviously had a chat with a lot of players who've played here, done well, and it really helped me.